Hello, I'm Turtle Epic, and this is Let's Play Faster Than Light. Faster Than Light is a popular new Kickstarter game, a very successful project. A lot of people have gotten into it, and I haven't seen too many Let's Plays of it yet, so hopefully this will be something a bit new, and hopefully it'll get some attention from people. This is my first Let's Play, so let's see if we can't make it something memorable. I'm gonna start a new game. Now, this is the loading bay, or docking bay, whatever you want to call it. You get to choose the type of ship that you want to take out into the playing field. You only start with one ship at the beginning, that is the Kestrel. You can rename it whatever you want. You unlock other ships as you go on through the game. I have unlocked the Taurus already, that's what you get by reaching Section 5. But we're going to start out with the Kestrel. So you can see what exactly it's like to have played this for the first time and only have the Kestrel available to you. Now, there are different aspects of the ship that you have to take into consideration. There are the crew, the weapons. Sometimes there are drones and augmentations on certain ships, like you'll see the Taurus has both of those. And there's also the stats of the ship. Let me give you a quick overview of all the things that these different stats do. Shields, as you can see over at the corner, powers your shields. Every shield bar can block one incoming shot. Upgrading increases bar count. The idea with any stat is that you'll put scrap that you collect into these stats if you wish to, and it'll upgrade their abilities. For instance, shields, which are probably one of the most important stats to have to worry about. As you put in more scrap, you will upgrade the number of shields you have, all the way up to 4. And every shield layer that you have increases the amount of hits that you can take. Engines. Engines are a major focus because you have to worry about hopping from one place to another, which is your faster than light drive. And also, the higher level engines that you have, the more that you'll be able to dodge incoming hits. Oxygen. You have to worry about oxygen because you have crew that breathes oxygen, no matter what kind of alien species, human or otherwise, you have on your ship. And if the oxygen goes out, then you will be in for some major pain. But it can be repaired. Any system on the ship can be repaired if you have a person in the room. The higher you level up your oxygen, the quicker it'll refill if you open an airlock, or if you have a hull breach or anything like that. Weapons control. The more that you level up your weapons systems, the more you will have, the more energy you'll have to power up all of your weapons, and I'll explain that when I go down to the weapons. Med bay. If your team is injured, you can walk them over into the med bay, and they will automatically be healed over time. The higher med bay levels, then the quicker the healing goes. Piloting. You always have to have a pilot at the front if you want to be able to use your faster than light drive. And also, if you have a pilot up the front, dodge increases. You can upgrade it to have autopilot evasion, but really I never really do that. Sensors. Sensors on their basic level allow you to see the interior of your ship, like all the rooms in white, as you're seeing now. If the sensor goes out, then every room that does not have a person inside of it is going to be blacked out. And if you have a fire in another room or a hull breach or anything like that, you won't be able to see, and that will be very dangerous. The door system. You can click on doors at any time to remotely open them, which is good for opening airlocks to vent out enemies or fires, anything like that. If the door system goes down, you won't be able to do that. And as you level up the doors, you will be able to increase their strength, so fires and enemies won't be able to break through them as easily. Now over here we have the crew. As you can see, you have different crew members. You can change their gender, male or female. You can rename them. This ship starts out with 3 humans. As you can see up there on the side, humans are common and uninteresting, no exceptional traits. Their crew skills you can see at the bottom. As you leave a crew member in a certain room over time and have them fix things or pilot or whatever, their skill will increase with that room. And as they increase, then the capacity and the recharge rate and different aspects of whatever that station is will increase as long as that person is in that room. You can see 3 humans. Now, the weapons. There are several different kinds of weapons in the game, and I'll go over them as we encounter them. But first, you start out with a laser and a missile. The lasers are your basic gun. You have different kinds of lasers that you can encounter, but basically what happens is they charge up and they fire a shot or 2 shots. This one actually fires 3 shots with 1 damage each. It requires 2 energy bars and charge time is 12 seconds. Missiles, they can pierce shields and damage rooms more easily. However, they take up missiles, which is a finite amount of something that you have. So that's something they have to watch out for. But you do collect missiles as you go, or you can buy them in shops. And you can choose easy or normal difficulty. Easy mode, increased scrap rewards and easier enemy regeneration. Normal mode, standard rewards and enemies, but your score gets a 25% boost. However, I'm not worried about score, and easy is difficult enough as it is. So, let's get started. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. And our tip is choices. Result of most choices have multiple outcomes, and you can never be sure what will happen. So as you can see, we are out in the middle of space, ready to take on our journey. Now, in order to move a crew member, you left-click them to highlight them, and then you right-click the room that you want to send them to. Oh, I have the game paused. Press spacebar to pause or unpause the game, which is really useful for when you're in a firefight, because you can pause at any time, highlight your weapons, make decisions, and then unpause the game to let it go. I'm going to go and send 1 guy to shields. Go and send this guy to weapons, and we'll want to leave 1 guy in the pilot room, or otherwise we won't be able to jump. Now down here you'll see the energy meter. The idea about energy bars is that every service on the ship requires a certain amount of energy, depending on how far you level it up. The engines, they only have 1 energy bar, so that allows us to jump. If I was to put 2 inside, which you do by left-clicking, then we have increased dodge chance. And also putting someone in the engine room also increases dodge chance. You right-click to take 1 out. Manning the weapons also takes energy. So as you can see, the burst laser takes 2 bars, and the Artemis takes 1. So to level up, if you level up your weapons, then you will have more energy bars. So if I was to get another 1 energy bar missile, I'd have to level this up to 4 and to be able to use all these at the same time. And I'd also have to level up my energy by 1 to get another energy bar to use. You can check all the stuff down here in the ship section and upgrades. As you can see, everything has an upgrade cost. As you upgrade more, they cost more. Power bars generally have like a certain basis. Like I think these 2 stacks start out at 20, and this stack right here starts out at 25. This whole stack is 30, and that right there is the scrap cost, and the scrap's up here. You can check your crew. You can dismiss them if you want, which is really stupid because you should never dismiss any crew you have. And you can also check your weapons, drones, cargo, and augmentations. So, oh, one more thing. You can see your evade chance over here, which is 10%. Your oxygen level, 100. You always want that at 100. Shields. Right now we just have 1 shield. There is the amount of fuel. Every time you make a jump, you cost 1 fuel. Now, amount of missiles, we have 8. Amount of drones, we have none, but we're not using drones, so that's okay. And down here are the subsystems. The piloting, the radar, and the door, which all those don't cost energy meters. You just have to make sure that they're fixed. So, looking at the beacon map, you can see that we have many different stars to go to. And here's the thing about this game. This is what you would call a roguelike game. Now, the idea of a roguelike game is that whenever you play, all the events are randomized. So every time you play, there will be something new to experience, because no two experiences will be the same. For instance, this map would be completely different on another playthrough, and we may or may not have a distress beacon near us, but we do this time, so let's go check it out.